Namaste and welcome. My name is Jo. So it's a beautiful fall day here in Calgary, and the trees are starting to elicit deep self-care. They shed their leaves, they're starting to bring everything in and prepare themselves for winter. And we as natural beings also feel that call to turn in. And so these are 6 yoga poses that you can put into your life every day that elicit deep self-care. And these are all poses that we generally see from our very first yoga class, and they don't go away. You'll see them in your millionth yoga class. And every time we practice them is an opportunity to get to know yourself a little better, check in with how you're doing on that day, because whatever you did yesterday is not going to be what you do today. So we begin with our first pose, and our first pose is Sukhasana, that's cross-legged. Now I'm outside, I don't have any props with me, but if you're at home, you can sit up on a pillow, you could do this sitting in a chair as well. And we're just going to take a few moments to just close your eyes and just listen to your breath. Just relax your jaw and your eyes, your shoulders. And just noticing your hands resting on your thighs, and you can take them and find a comfortable place where you feel balanced. I'm just listening to the inhale and exhale. And using this as an opportunity to just ground yourself and separate from whatever it was you were just doing to right now. And then we'll bring our palms together and lift your chin and open your eyes. Excellent. So we're going to start with our very first pose, and this is child's pose. And so you'll come onto your hands and your knees. You can put something underneath your knees if you need some extra padding. Knees go wide apart, tops of the feet on the floor, big toes touch. I'm going to shift my hips back towards my heels, walk my hands out, get nice and long, and then lay your forehead on the floor or your mat or cushion if you need it. You can also fold your hands one on top of the other or make fists if you need some more padding. You want your forehead to be resting, and you want to be able to breathe and relax into this pose. Good. So you'll stay here for 5 breaths, and that's probably about 5. And so to come up, you're going to lift your head, place your hands flat on the ground, and as you inhale, come up to your hands and your knees, and we're going to move into downward facing dog. So you tuck your toes under, and downward dog is an excellent chance to just kind of see where you're at, how your balance is, how your legs are open. And so we'll inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to press your hands into the floor, lift your sit bones high, and press back. And be careful not to come too far forward. You're going to push back. Yes. And then check your feet and just make sure that your heels are right behind your toes so you don't see any part of your heels. You want to ground down through your fingers and press yourself back. And you can maybe bend your knees if that feels better. Find your place here. And walk your feet a little bit. And then settle into your breath again. It's nice inhaling and exhaling. And the ears maybe come in line with the arms. Good. Good. And then from here, we're going to come to a standing forward fold. So you're going to walk your feet up towards your hands, or maybe halfway on your mat, whatever feels right. Walk your hands back and shift the weight into the heels a little bit. And maybe you're going to bend your knees. If your back's tight, you bend your knees, and then release yourself down, chin to your chest. You can put your hands on blocks or even a chair if this is too much to fold. But over time, the backs of the legs open, and you'll find you can fold deeper. Good. Okay. From here, we're going to step back to downward dog. So I'll walk my hands forward, feet back. From here, we're going to move to side plank. And so for side plank, maybe you're going to stack your feet one on top of the other, and then lift your arm up into the air. And then you push through the hand on the ground, the feet, lift your belly. If this is too much, just take your top leg and hop it in front, and then open yourself up. Good. And then you do the other side. You flip over, stack your feet, reach up, and you stay here, or you hop your foot over and breathe. And so we'll take 5 breaths in every pose. Just know these are simple things you can do for yourself every day. Good. Come back through plank. From here, I'm going to come to child's pose. Oh no, I'm going to come down. We're going to do a cobra. Okay, so you can come down maybe without putting your knees down first, or maybe your knees down first. Lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Tops of the feet on the floor. Spread your fingers. You're gonna lift the shoulders up, and then you're gonna come up. And you're gonna come up as high as feels good. If it's just a low cobra, great. You can come up higher, keeping the shoulders back. And press up, ground the tops of your feet. Push your hands into the earth and away. Maybe you're gonna wave a little bit. Yeah, and then exhale and lower. Good, and then from here we're gonna move to child's pose. So I'll tuck my toes under, take my hands back a little bit, press up to your hands and your knees, and then take it back. And this time we just use this to kind of anchor the low back. And again, you'll take 5 breaths. Good. And then after your 5th exhale, and come back up to your hands and your knees, and we're gonna come to sitting. And so maybe this might work. You're gonna take your knees apart, cross your ankles, and roll yourself into your seated pose. And that was a pretty quick practice. You can totally take those poses anytime, make it longer if you need to, but as you finish, just come back to sitting in Sukhasana and let your hands rest on your thighs, close your eyes, smile, and just notice how you feel. And so those great things to do first thing in the morning, for bed, anytime you need a little stretch. So there you go. Namaste, guys. Have a wonderful fall. Enjoy some good self-care when you can. See you soon.